Yo guys, it's Ricky and I'm back with another mysterious sort of episode. I don't know that we can solve it today, but I do know that we can take a closer look. So it seems like you guys really like this sort of scary places type of stuff, so I've got another one today. I want to just tell you very briefly what this story is about. This one is the mysterious shooting of Margaret Routledge. This happened in 1916 in the month of January, and it happened out here in the Santa Clarita Valley. She was married, her husband left for the day. They never determined why she had a gunshot to her left breast area of her chest. The coroner was just never able to determine anything, and you have to realize this was 1916. They just didn't have the forensics that they do now. Of course, it's said to be haunted. As a matter of fact, the Travel Channel guys went out there. Some of the guys from one of the haunt shows went out there. But I'm going to find out more about it. But I think what's kind of cool is just literally, let's just go there. I just want to do it a little different today. If you're new to this channel, consider subscribing. Hit the like button if you like the video, and set your notifications on so that you can get alerted to when I upload new videos. Without further ado, let's get on. I want to do a quick shout out to Dainese, who has hooked me up with some great riding pants and this AGV helmet, by the way. It is just cool. I'm going to use it today. I'm going to use the Boundary camera insert that I did because it fits perfectly into the Roadmaster side bag. I said before, without further ado, and I adoed. So let's go. Again, I'm packed away here. I've got this packed. I'm good to go. Back in 1916, this ranch house was the headquarters of the Newhall Land and Farming Company. Stanley Routledge was the ranch manager. The house was built as a smaller structure in the 1860s and expanded to its current form by Henry Mayo Newhall's son Gregory in the 1890s. Margaret E. Smith was from Monterey, California, and was born September 30th, 1877. Her father, Fred Smith, was born in Germany. Margaret was 23 years old when she married 33-year-old Stanley, who had emigrated from England. Margaret Routledge, now, according to reports, was perfectly happy in her new home. Her husband Stanley left her Monday morning, January 24th, 1916, while Margaret was still in bed eating her breakfast. Margaret died sometime that day between the mid-morning and early afternoon hours. She was 38 years old. Her cause of death was listed as a gunshot wound to the left breast. According to the news story, the weapon was a rifle. She passed away inside the ranch home on their bed. In the afternoon, a servant discovered the dead body in the room. The rifle was nearby. Margaret was a Christian woman and by all reports was happy and lived a life without worry. She was in good health and was fairly outgoing. She had never handled a rifle in her life and certainly did not know how to use one. There was no note. There were servants nearby, but they knew nothing and heard nothing. She was examined and buried a few days later. The Routledges had no children. So what about the hauntings? Oddly, what has been reported is this. Ghost hunters and paranormal believers have talked about a mysterious blue lady named Martha and maybe an 8-year-old boy named Timothy in an upstairs corner of this 150-year-old ranch house. I'm sure others have lived in the house, but why no reports of Margaret Routledge haunting this place? I'm trying to get a vibe, from it. And it's a beautiful house. It's a beautiful area. And, they've preserved the history here quite a bit. I wish the Historical Society was open. I was talking to a lady down here and I asked her if this was the house for sure. And she assured me that it was. So there it is. I'm right in front of it now on the motorcycle. Okay, this is the house right here that she died in. Of course, I try the door. I think it's going to open, but try it. If you look inside, and there's too much glare, I see. This house is the house that Mary Rutledge died in, who was mysteriously shot on her left side, and it remains unsolved until this day. So, let me show you what the front of this looks like. Beautiful view. Historical Society doesn't have it open at this time. Looks like there's a bed in here. Would I stay in here? Yeah. Oh, you can see me in there. Is there going to be a mysterious figure? Now, what room she died in, I don't know. I think it was upstairs. Ooh, this is neat. Where are the records of this Martha and this Timothy? The house was built originally in 1865 and expanded in 1893. It was owned by Henry Newhall. The house was damaged in 1971 from an earthquake and subsequently repaired. The house was actually moved in August of 1990 from just near Magic Mountain to the Junction area where it is today. So what was going on with the house in those interim years, and who lived in it, if anyone? Well, there's a few stories. A ranch hand by the name of Rory McGregor worked in the Castaic Newhall Ranch area and possibly lived there during the Range Wars. Rory was killed during that time. A rumored murder was said to have happened in the same room at another point in time. Was it Rory? Another family by the name of Gallion also lived there, and the one son told his parents that someone was always sitting on his bed. He called this spirit Mr. Jingles. So, is this house haunted? Maybe. Who killed or how did Margaret Routledge die? We don't know. And who is the lady in blue and the 8-year-old boy named Timothy? We don't know. This begs the question, do I need to return to this and check out more of the hauntings and more of these stories? Probably yes. But the biggest takeaway is the mystery of Margaret Routledge, after all these years, has still not been solved. I wonder if anybody's really tried to uncover the mystery of Margaret Routledge in this day and age using today's forensics. And how would you really do that? What would you do? Exhume the grave? Maybe upset the family? Maybe they don't want to know? Maybe they're just good. Maybe there is no family remaining. Who knows? Take care of each other. Keep rock alive. Mwah!